Xander, you're making your 7th consecutive start in this Japan event. Can we get some comments on what it's like to be back?
Yeah, it's very cool to come to a new city in Japan. I think everyone's really excited to come back, and just looking forward to a good week of golf.
ザンダー・シャウフェレ選手をお迎えいたしました。今回7度目の出場になりますが、日本に戻ってきてみて感想を聞いてみたところ、この新しい横浜という街に戻ってこれてとても楽しみにしていました。出場している選手皆さんも楽しみにしていますし、今週プレーできることをとても楽しみにしています。
And in 6 previous starts, you've earned a couple of top 10s. This week, we're at a new venue, Yokohama Country Club. You just finished your Pro-Am. Can we just get some thoughts on the new course and the conditions out there heading into the week?
Yeah, course conditions very mint. It's very nice. Hopefully the typhoon doesn't come in too strong with rain and wind. But yeah, the course is in great shape for the tournament.
今日プロアマを回られてコースの今回新しい横浜カントリークラブについてコースの印象とコンディションについて聞いてみたところ、コースこちらとても素晴らしいです。明日からちょっと強い雨や風がつくところが心配ですけれども、この大会に向けて素晴らしいコンディションになっていると思います。
And you're making your first PGA Tour start since BMW Championship. I know we have a Ryder Cup in there, a couple weeks off. Can you just some comments on where your game is right now?
Yeah, the Ryder Cup was a lot of fun. Losing was unfortunate, but our team had a ton of fun together, and a short rest at home before coming here. So I felt like I played well at the Ryder Cup, and looking forward to continuing the good form.
PGA ツアーとしては BMW 選手権以来、ライダーカップをプレーされて、今週のゴルフの調子は、どうかというところにつきましては、ライダーカップはとても楽しかったです。ちょっと負けてしまいましたが、みんなでチームですごくいい習慣になりました。で、その後は、家で少し休みを取って、来ましたが、今週ライダーカップではいいプレーができたので、今週もいいプレーができるように頑張りたいです。
At this time, we'll open it up for questions. If you can just raise your hand, we'll get a microphone over to you.
質問がある方、マイクを回します。
Hi, Xander. I think the atmosphere at this tournament this week, the crowds will be a little bit different from how they were at the Ryder Cup. Looking back at the Ryder Cup fans a couple of weeks after, now that some of the emotion has gone out of it, how do you think the fans behaved? Do you think they crossed the line? Do you think that think what happened was acceptable?
It's a tough thing. I've heard several things about a few of the things that were said. The guys I played with, Hovland and Bob the first day, or against, sorry, and then John and Sepp. And I played John in individuals, and then John and Tyrrell again, I believe. So there were some, unsavory things said at certain times, but I really wish we could have played better to have them, cheer for us a bit more. New York's a tough place to play for anyone. So I even got a few comments to play better. So I'm not taking much personally when it comes to sort of what fans say.
今週はライダーカップとまた違う環境になりますけれども、ライダーカップの時はどのような、負けてしまうところにコメントがあったかというところで、とてもタフな1週間になりましたし、ホーグランド選手などとも戦ったところで、負けてしまいましたが、ファンからのコメントなどいろいろありましたけれども、そこについては個人的な感情もありますけれども、あまり気にせずに今週に向けてきています。
BS 10と申します。日本での開催ということで、日本人選手のことについてちょっとお聞きしたいです。2025年 PGA ツアーでも日本人選手がたくさん出場して、活躍したと思います。松山選手、久常選手、金谷選手、大西選手、星野選手、それぞれのプレイヤーの、今年のプレーをどういうふうに見ていたのかというところお答えいただける範囲でお聞きしたい それに加えて、今後日本人選手が PGA ツアーのトップ争いに、トップ争いを演じるためには今後何が必要かというところをお聞きしたいです。
So he would like to ask questions about Japanese players playing in PGA Tour, and what's your impression of those players playing there, and also what do you think will be important for them to be like the top on the leaderboard? What do you think will be important for them?
Yeah, those are several strong Japanese players on both tours. I think the Japan tour is one of the best tours in the world as well. It has been for quite some time, always in the top three. And, a lot of players have played on both the U.S. And even DP World Tour as well. So clearly, there's no one style that sort of fits the players here. I think, if anything, because we're in Japan, I think the U.S. players have to try to adapt more to playing Japanese style golf. This Yokohama Country Club, for example, you're not going to try and overpower it. You have to be very precise. And I think the best attribute for most Japanese players is that they're very precise and very accurate.
Sorry, maybe but I think he wants to know how those Japanese like Masayama and Ushino, Onishi, they playing in the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
What do you think about them for? And also, what do you think is important for them to play in the PGA Tour?
Sorry. Yeah. I think they're, besides Hideki, Theo has played over the U.S. We have a few of the young guys. I know Hisatsune and Kanaya is on the US PGA Tour now. So I think it's a big adjustment coming over to play in the U.S. And I think they've already played pretty well. And I think once they get a little bit more comfortable, it's always hard to play away from home. Japan is very far away from the United States. So I think you just give them a little bit more time to get acclimated, to get comfortable. And once they feel like U.S. is a little bit more like home, I think they'll start playing even better.
今、松山英樹選手をはじめ、久常選手など若い選手が多く PGA ツアーで戦っていますが、やはりまずはアメリカでのプレーに慣れるところっていうところ、あと、日本から離れているっていうところで、その環境に対してアジャストできるようになれば、もうちょっと彼らもいいプレーができるんじゃないかっていうふうに思っています。
Any additional questions? I have one more for you, Xander, in English. What is one thing that you want to figure out most in your game during the FedEx Cup fall before January?
I think trying to gain a little bit of confidence. It would be the biggest thing. I think it was a tricky year with injury and sort of lack of starts early on. So gaining some confidence, and that would probably be the number one thing. Just gain a little bit going into the new year and try and get back into good form.
1月までに、今一番大事にしたいところは何かというところで、コンフィデンス、自信を、ゲームに対しての自信を今一番持ちたいっていうところ、ちょっと試合の始まりが怪我などもあったっていうところから、今は来年に向けて、まずは、ゲームに対しての自信をつけたいっていうところが一番大事にしています。
Okay. Thank you so much for the time, Xander. Good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.